Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to show you some products that I am decluttering from my collection. At the beginning of the year I decided to go through my products, and it's being a very slow task because I haven't had that much free time, but whenever I do, I try to go through my drawers and pull things out that I haven't used in a long time, or that they just don't call my name any longer. So I am getting rid of them. Now if there's something that is old and it's no longer working correctly or applying correctly, I'm getting rid of it. Otherwise I am going to pass it on to some friends and family. So before I go into the decluttering video, I wanted to tell you that I'm filming this today on Saturday the 19th. And I spoke to Pamela on Wednesday, and she sent me a text because she tested COVID positive, and she of course is very concerned. Now the good thing is that she's asymptomatic, so she doesn't feel bad. I have been texting back and forth with her since then, and she says she still doesn't have any symptoms, but I would like for you guys to still pray for her. She says her wrist is still hurting. She wasn't able to go back to get an MRI on her wrist that she needed because she has a COVID. So she's probably thinking that she's not going to be back to doing YouTube for at least a month. But she is thinking about you. She asked me to go ahead and share the information with you guys. And I'm asking you to please, let's pray together for her so that she recovers quickly and she's back with us. I will keep you posted as I hear from her, okay? So today what I'm decluttering is going to be palettes mainly, and it could be face palettes or it could be eyeshadow palettes, I'm sorry. So I will tell you if it's because I no longer like them or what the reason that I'm getting rid of them, okay? But yeah, let's get started. So this one is one that I purchased this one, and then I received it from Boxycharm, I believe it was, in one of their boxes, and I gave that one away in a giveaway. This one is a pretty palette. It's very neutral. I have a lot of other neutral palettes that I enjoy the color story more, and that's the only reason I am passing this along. It's wonderful formula. It works really nice. It's a beautiful palette, but I just have too many palettes with the same, you know, neutral colors, and I just don't need all of them. So I've only used this one a couple of times, and I just thought someone else may be able to take advantage of it more. Okay, this one is from Pixi, and I got this one Christmas 2019, and it's actually a pretty nice palette. It has this side that is all mattes, then over here you have your bronzers in the middle, bronzers, highlighters, and blushes, and over here they're all shimmery shades. It's a nice palette, it really is, but again, I just have too many of them. It's not super bulky, it's a little bulky, but I mean not too bad. This is a perfect traveling palette if we were able to travel, because you have a lot of options to create a look. It has a lot of pretty, you know, mauves and pinks and berries, and it's a really nice palette, but I just never really pull it, so decided to get rid of it. Okay, this is the Tortious Pro Glow, and this palette, for some reason, I just never use it. This has like, this is a cream contour, which I never contour. That shade just, well, I didn't do it in a very good place. This shade right here, that just makes my face look like it's dirty. Really doesn't do anything for me. And then it has, this one is also a cream, and it's the bronzer, which is okay, and I do like cream bronzers. And then the other ones are highlighters. Now these two highlighters are a little dark for me, so really the only two things that I will be using is those right there, and I just don't think it's worth it for me to keep it for just two products when I have so many other highlighters that I like better. And yeah, that I really don't ever contour. Okay, this is the ColourPop Garden Variety. I have to say that this one and the Frozen palettes, the one that was both Frozen, what are the name? Oh, my granddaughter would be very upset with me. I didn't like those. Okay, this one I didn't like at all. And I love ColourPop. I own a lot of ColourPop palettes and I really do enjoy them. This one just didn't work out for me. I thought the formula was different. It's very dry, not pigmented. You have to layer and layer and layer. I have to work too hard to create a look, and I don't have time for that. So I don't even think I'm going to pass it to anyone because I just think it's a crummy, terrible palette. If you own this palette and you like it, let me know. Maybe I just got a bad one for some reason, but I really do not like this, as you can tell. Okay, the next palette that I have is this one from Tarte, and this is Tarte Double Duty Beauty. And again, the only reason is because, I mean, I do have these shades in other palettes. This is a nice palette, and I think someone else can enjoy it. Nothing wrong with it. I like the Tarte formula, so it's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Okay, here's another. This is Color Corrector palette. I don't like Color Corrector palettes. I never use all the shades, so I've only used this one a couple of times, but this one I'm throwing away because I've actually stuck my fingers in it, and I wouldn't pass that to anyone else, but only a couple of times actually. But still, it's something that I have touched, but as you can see, it's pretty new. But it's a very dry formula also, so I don't like anything that I have to actually drag, you know, the product over my eye and pull it. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in a different stack, because a stack for throwaway and a stack for passing it along. Okay, this is from Milani, and I love these little Milani palettes. They're really, really cute. But again, same color formula. I mean, color story. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. These work really, really nice, but I just don't need it. Okay, this is one from Maybelline, and I've only used it like once or twice. Wasn't crazy about it, so I'm passing it on. And this one is so funny. This palette, I've actually passed it on twice, because I bought the palette. It was okay. It's also Maybelline. This is a burgundy bar, and I gave it to a friend, and then I received it in a beauty box. That chic beauty box sent this, and they sent drugstore or high-end in the same box, so I got it again. So I am passing it along again. Okay, from Revolution, the Emily Edit. I'm going to pass this one along because I never really use it. I am keeping the other one that she had the once. I love that palette, and I do use that one a lot. I'm also passing along the Zodiac by ColourPop. It's pretty, it's just I never really use it. Okay, the next one, I got this a long time ago. This is by Focallure. It's a Sculpt and Glow. And this is new. I never used it. I don't know why, but I see it all the time. The highlighter looks a little dark for me, but it was never used. Okay, here's another Revolution. Revolution for me is hit or miss. And this is a Sophie X or Sophie X. I've only used it a couple of times, and I'm just going to pass it on because I never use it. And this one is a highlighter palette from Ofra, and it has a bunch of different little highlighters. I never go into this because they're so tiny, so I don't need any more highlighters. I'm passing this. This is from Bad Habit, and these are dupes for Huda Beauty palettes. This one has never been used and is from, this is called the After Dark. I've never used the palette. I was going to do a dupes video, never got around to it. I don't think these palettes are available any longer, so I don't think Bad Habit is around any longer. And then this one is, this one's After Dark. And then this one's After Party. And again, I have not used it. Take the little plastic off. So these two are brand new. Okay, and a lot of people are crazy about the Tartlet in Bloom palette. I don't think it's all that. I find it kind of a little boring. I have used it a few times, but a lot of people rave about it, and it just doesn't do anything for me. So I'm passing it along. Okay, this is Beauty by Pop Sugar, and this is two highlighters. One of them is very dark, the other one is okay, but this is another one that I don't think I've ever used. I'm passing this on. This one I did use for a while, and I think it's very pretty, but I just don't need it. I have too many highlighters. This is from Revolution, and this is gorgeous because you can always use it as a glowy blush on this side, and then you can go from lighter to darker. This is a very, very pretty palette. Okay, this one I'm passing it on because it's too small. I really never use it. This is from Laura Geller, and I just never pull anything that is this tiny. And I don't really keep eyeshadow in my purse. This is one of those palettes that I got from Lancome. It wasn't the one for this year. The one from this year I actually like. I think this was 2019, and it's okay, but I'm not really crazy about the shades, so I'm passing it on. The Misunderstood palette by ColourPop, the Villains, I'm also passing this on. Not one of my faves. Then All I See Is Magic by ColourPop. I am also going to pass that one on. The Disney Designer Collection, I'm passing this one on also. Nothing wrong with the formula on these. I just don't use them. The Midnight Masquerade by Disney from ColourPop. This one is a gorgeous palette. That one is really, 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 really pretty. And this one I kept going back and forth whether I wanted to give it up or not. But I think I will, because I really don't use it. Okay, this one I received in a beauty box. I can't remember if it was, I think it was ColourPop, I'm not sure. It's A Queen Lies in All of Us by Eloise. And I only used it once. That's just not, I wasn't crazy about it. So, off she goes. I even have the outer carton on this one because I only used it once. Okay, this is Lit by, this is the Bretman and ColourPop collab, and this is the little palette. Passing this one on. This one is a face palette that we received in ColourPop Cover FX. And this is a nice palette. Again, I have too many of them. This blush is not my favorite. Neither is the bronzer. So it's just a matter of preference, but there's nothing wrong with this palette. It works very, very nice if you like those shades. This I'm getting rid of because it's very bulky and I really don't use this, by Laura Geller. And it has, and I actually have this blush in a regular just blush. Blush, bronzer, highlighter. and then it has 3 eyeshadows, and it even has the brush that I never used. So, but it's so bulky, it takes up a lot of room. Okay, then I have the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay collection, and it's this little palette, and it brings a brush. Never used it. I don't buy like this anymore. I really try a little more, to be a little more, make sure it's something that I really want in my collection. This is from Lorac, and this is the like a little pro palette, a mini one that you can have in your purse. And yeah, I'm passing it on. All those colors are so dark. CoverGirl, it brings blush, highlighter, and bronzer. I really don't care for this blush. It's very orangey on me instead of peachy. And I really don't care for that shade, so I'm not going to keep it for just one shade. These two from Milani, the Soft and Sultry and the Bold Obsessions. I really did like these palettes, but I don't really pull them anymore. I kept 2 other ones of this kind of packaging, and this one is the Soft and Sultry, but these I never use, so they're going. The Aren't You Glad by ColourPop, I never used this, but after I got it, I decided it was way too orangey for me. The Nudes by Juvia's Place, this is way too light, too light. Okay, this is one of the City Mini Palettes by Maybelline, and this is the one in Brunch, Chilled Brunch Neutrals. Nothing wrong with it, it's just not a palette that I pull. This one from Wonder Beauty, Wanderlust Fling. I've tried to use this palette, and I never like the look I come up with. And the colors look okay, but for some reason, I don't know, these 3 on the bottom, they're so similar. So similar. They could have been a little more creative. I'm going to swatch them for you. You're going to see that they're not that far apart. I don't know if you can see them, but when you have them on your eyes, they look very similar. So it's a nice formula. It goes on. It's very creamy, but okay. This is from Profusion, and this is called Mixed Metals. And this one has a blush, a highlighter, and 2, 4, 6, 8 shadows. And this is nice. I like Profusion. But this palette just doesn't do it for me. Then I am passing on my Opposites Attract from e.l.f. and the new Classic from e.l.f. To tell you the truth, I love their bite-sized palettes better than I do their bigger palettes. I think the formula is better. I don't know. I just do. This one from Curology, and this is the Nudes and Rudes. I just find it very boring. I didn't at the time I got it. I do now. So it's going. Okay, this from Nomad I love. And the only reason I'm passing it on, I'm probably going to give it to my daughter. It's because I have the same one. I have it twice. The other one is in a different packaging, a square. And I thought I was getting a different thing. But they're the exact same shades. So, but I do love Nomad. Okay, this one we received in, I think it was Allure. This little one from Juvia's Place. And the colors are just too similar. Doesn't really inspire me. It's going. This one is an ABH Highlighter Palette. It's okay. I just don't really care for these colors, and a lot of them have micro glitter like these two do. I don't like micro glitter on my face, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. And I think this came in a box. And this is the Ofra one that came in the mystery box that I just purchased. I know I'm not going to use this again. I used it when I opened the box and I didn't care for it, so I know myself. I will never pull this out again. So anyway, this is it. This is what I'm passing on. And I think I'm only going to throw away these two. This one, because I think it's pretty crappy formula, the garden variety. And if I don't like it because I think it's bad, I don't like to pass it on to anybody else. And then the Color Your World, which is the Corrector palette from Tarte, because I've put my fingers in there and I wouldn't pass that to anybody else. So anyway, this is just a small part of what I will be decluttering. If you want me to continue showing you what I'm pulling out of my drawers to either throw away or pass on to friends and family, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do the same thing I did now. I don't want to go through my drawers and show you as I pull them out. I'd rather decide, put them in a box, and show you what I pulled out of my drawers. So just let me know if this is something you're interested in seeing, okay? I hope that you guys have a good evening, good day, or whatever it is, whenever it is you're watching this, okay? I love you guys. See you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.